Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Willow. How are you? Hi, Stefania. Nice to see you guys join. Daniel, nice to see you. And today I'm going to lead you through a guided meditation which helps to develop equanimity. And as some of you might know, I went live last week on the concept of equanimity and really sort of talked about what it is, why it's important, how it connects to Buddhist philosophy. It's a key component of Buddhist philosophy, and then also how it connects to Western psychology and health in terms of emotional regulation. So equanimity, I feel, is a super important concept. I work on it regularly. Doesn't always come easily to me. And I look forward to continuing this discussion with you. So today I'm going to give a very brief introduction, then guide you through meditation, and then take whatever questions you guys have, comments. You can let me know how it felt and all of that. And hi, Sheila. Thank you for joining. If you're joining me on Facebook, I won't be able to see your name unless you put it in the comment to me. On YouTube, I can see who's commenting. And if you're joining on YouTube and you don't know me, my name is Barbara Heffernan, and I have actually been meditating. I was thinking about this morning, and I'll let you know why. I've been meditating for almost 29 years, 28 and a half years. And the reason I have the date so specifically in my mind is that I began to meditate when my oldest daughter was 6 months old, and she just turned 29 on Sunday. So that keeps the date fresh in my head. And she was a major driver in my decision to begin to meditate in January of 1992. And I tell that story a little bit in a YouTube video I have called CBT Mindfulness. So if you want to check that out, I'll try to remember to come back and link it here for the YouTube viewers. And one reason it was relevant for the discussion today is that I began meditating in a Hindu tradition and took a course. It was very, very helpful. People ask me a lot, how do I sustain a meditation practice? And I do find it is super helpful to have a group, a sangha, people that you meditate with who agree that it's important. And then when a few years later, I think it was in 1995, I came across this book, Wherever You Go, There You Are. And I was in a bookstore in Chicago. I had just moved to Chicago. Now, I moved my entire family to Chicago for a job in a career I didn't like. So, and I'm from the Northeast. So I moved everyone from New York City to Chicago to take a new job in a career I already knew I didn't like, okay? That's the kind of decisions I was making then. And when I saw this title, Wherever You Go, There You Are, I was like, yep, that's why the geographic cure does not work. So the title really caught me. Jon Kabat-Zinn, extremely well known in Buddhist circles, and he's the developer, one of the developers of mindfulness-based stress reduction, which is a terrific program to learn mindfulness. So the reason I'm bringing him up also is that the mountain meditation, the first time I came across it, was in the book. So I'm going to lead you through a mountain meditation very similar to the book. I'll also give you a link to the book in case you're interested in it. I find it to be a wonderful book on a continual basis. So let's see, Teresa, Joanne, hello. Caitlin, thanks for joining. Carmen, nice to see all you guys. And if you've done a mountain meditation before, let me know. If this is your first time, you can let me know that as well. And so let's just see. That gave you a little bit of background. And so the mountain meditation, well, the first time I came across it, and I believe Jon Kabat-Zinn really did popularize this meditation in the West. It's also a really ancient meditation in some Buddhist traditions. And mountains, I think, have been an important natural life form for many, many, many types of spirituality. And mountains are used a lot in myth, and I think we really can relate to the timelessness and majesty of mountains. And anyway, so for today, I would like you to bring to mind a mountain that you love or a mountain that you think is beautiful. And if you have one that you have a personal relationship with, that's awesome. And if you don't, if you tend to be more of an ocean person, not a mountain person, just picture a beautiful mountain. So I'm going to have you think about that for a second, and then we will begin the meditation and I will lead you through it. So I'm going to sit on the floor. I'm on a cushion on the floor. My legs are crossed. I'll tip this down so you can see. And this is a great position for a mountain meditation because you're kind of in a mountain position. But if you're in a chair and that's more comfortable for you and more comfortable for your knees, that's fine as well. Just really put yourself in a position that has some element of a triangle. So in a chair, both feet on the floor, your seat in the chair, sort of a grounded, solid base. And just take a moment to think about the crown of your head as if a string is pulling you straight up so that you really are feeling uplifted and grounded at the same time. And hi TF, hi Jess, nice for you guys to join. So let's take a moment to take our seat, really sort of a grounded base, an uplifted head, uplifted shoulders, although relaxed, if that makes sense, sort of relaxed yet feeling your chest up, chest can come out a little bit. Relax your arms, place your hands on your knees, and just take a moment, take a deep breath, really bring yourself into the present, into this very moment right now. Notice the breath coming in your nostrils, filling your lungs, and slowly leaving your body. And I'm going to ring the gong and just have you take a couple of moments to just think about your breath and be here now, be present. And just take a quick moment and just notice physically what you're feeling. If you can notice without judgment, that's wonderful. Notice any emotions that are stirring, any physical sensations. Just a second to concentrate inward. And then move your concentration outward for a moment. Just notice what you can hear without judgment, any sounds in your environment. Notice if there's any breeze on your skin or what the air feels like to the surface of your skin. And then just coming back to the groundedness of your legs, whether you're cross-legged on the floor or in your chair, just really feel the stability and groundedness of your legs. And now, with your eyes closed, if you like, bring to mind the beautiful mountain. Really picture the mountain. And just as an outsider looking at that mountain, just notice what you feel. Maybe notice that if it's a beautiful day and you're watching the mountain, you feel happy, you feel uplifted. And if it's a cloudy or stormy day, perhaps you feel disappointed or not as uplifted. And yet just notice that the mountain is still the mountain. The mountain doesn't differentiate between the clouds covering it or the sun. The mountain remains the mountain. So let's bring a picture of this mountain to mind in summer. We will go through the seasons, but I'm going to start with summer. And I'd like you to picture the mountain at dawn. And bring the mountain into your whole body. Become the mountain. Feel yourself as that mountain at dawn. And it's a beautiful day. The sun is rising in the east, beginning to shed its rays of light across your surface. Really picture yourself as this mountain. And as the sun rises, all the beings that live on you wake up. The birds sing, crickets, all sorts of life. Every moment on the surface of the mountain changes and is different. Yet you're the mountain. Your stability and groundedness supports all this teeming life on the outside. And just visualize the sun rising, getting stronger and stronger, the heat of the day, midday, and how the activity on the surface of the mountain changes with every change as the sun passes. And yet you, as the mountain, stay the same. And picture the sun is moving into the later afternoon, moving down in the sky, lighting up different parts of your surface, putting other parts of your surface in the darkness. And the activity is shifting again on your surface, but you, the mountain, stay the same. And the sun sets, and there's a beautiful sunset over to the side. Yet you, the mountain, you stay the same. And the sky falls into darkness, and slowly stars begin to come out. And again, the life on the external of you shifts and changes. Every moment is different. And I'm just going to pause and be quiet for a moment and just feel yourself as the mountain. And now let's take a moment and picture this same mountain, and the sun is rising, but it's a stormy day. We're still in summer, but there's a storm that rages. Maybe the rain is pouring down, getting caught in rivulets and streams. All of them begin to rush. The beings and the external beings on your mountain surface are shifting and changing with the storm. Some are hiding. But you, the mountain, you stay the same. And just picture the storm is outside raging, yet you, the mountain, stay the same. And then maybe the storm eases, maybe towards mid-afternoon. The sun comes out. The leaves on the trees begin to dry. Some of the animals shake themselves off. But you, the mountain, you stay the same. Just take a moment and picture yourself as this mountain as summer moves into fall. And picture a beautiful fall day and a stormy fall day. And you, the mountain, you stay the same. And then fall moves into winter. Picture your mountain in winter. And perhaps there's a beautiful winter day and then a stormy winter day. And then picture the winter is moving into spring. And all the surface activity is shifting and changing with the spring. Things are coming to life. Animals are emerging. There might be a beautiful spring day, and there might be a stormy, miserable spring day. And you, the mountain, are the same. And just take a moment and really feel the groundedness of yourself as the mountain. The internal stillness, the internal peace and equanimity, the acceptance of the seasons, the acceptance of the changes in life, the continual changes. And the majesty and regal quality of the mountain and of you as the mountain stays the same. And let's just take another moment to really breathe in the quality of the mountain. The groundedness of the base. Your head as the lofty peaks rising up above the mountain. And as you sit as the mountain, just noticing that The mountain takes none of these changes personally. The mountain doesn't think of one weather pattern as lucky or another as unlucky. The mountain doesn't feel personally assaulted. The mountain just knows there's storms, there's lightning, thunder, sunshine, snow, all of it. And feel yourself as that mountain with the weather of your own life, with the sense that there are good times, there are bad times, there are difficult situations, there are different seasons. There may have been some good periods, some not so good periods. Your weather might right now feel cloudy or sunny or snowy. The weather of our own lives, not to be ignored or discounted, to be felt, to be understood, and to know at core we can access a feeling of equanimity, mental calmness and composure despite difficult situations, despite external turmoil. So I'm going to ring the bell. You can come back to the video. So I'd love to know what you all think, what that was like for you, and any feedback that you have, comments, questions, I welcome them. And if you're watching a replay, I will you can comment and I will do my best to answer as well on the replay. But right now it'd be wonderful if people want to share a little bit. And I have two other things I want to do before we end, which I will talk a little while I wait for some comments to come across. One is a beautiful poem I want to end with, but before I do that, last week when I did the video on equanimity, I talked a little bit about the 4 divine abodes that Buddhists talk about: love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. And equanimity meditations are very often focused on loving kindness meditation. And I do have a video also on YouTube on loving kindness meditation that I'll try to come back and link here for the replays, or you can find it in my feed. And the loving kindness meditations and compassion meditations move through a variety of people in our lives, and really move through people that we're very attached to, and then people we're kind of neutral to, and then people we push away from. So part of equanimity is also developing equanimity in terms of our relationships with people. And it's a wonderful, wonderful quality. I actually like to separate the equanimity meditation with this mountain meditation, because I believe equanimity is something to be developed on its own. And then equanimity informs loving kindness. Loving kindness informs compassion. Compassion informs joy. They're all connected, and practicing each one of them actually develops all 4 of them. So they're completely interrelated, and they can be practiced separately. So I just wanted to share that little piece with you. So Stefania found it long and hard to concentrate on. Okay. Anna said she enjoyed it. Stefania, is it normal to feel it very difficult? Different meditations resonate for different people. And they might even resonate for you at different times and not at others. So it could be a little bit mood dependent. It could be, I think, Stefania, you're in Italy, so it's probably getting towards the end of your day, right? It might be dinner time for those of us where it's more morning. We're like a little bit more, chirpy, like the mountain in the morning. So if it didn't resonate for you, that's fine. Some do, some don't. It's okay. It's okay to try it again at a different time. And maybe it was a little bit long. We'll see what others think here. Mary Lisa shared, it was interesting, couldn't picture some weather and feel myself as a mountain. Other times you could. And when you could, you felt at peace. All of these things are a practice. They're all a practice. And they're also like, I find that experiential exercises to explore certain concepts is way more powerful than simply exploring the concept from up here. So sometimes like my YouTube videos will be very much up here, like this is what equanimity is, and here's the definition, and this is, but actually doing something to try to experience it really strengthens and enhances the understanding. So just take what you could from it and bring that into your day. So a Facebook, Joanne shared, she pictured Mount Shasta, one of my favorite mountains, and found it very calming, grounding, and peaceful. Terrific, terrific. Teresa, it reminds me of the mountain pose in yoga. Absolutely. So yoga also has mountain poses, and yeah, mountain's very powerful as a centering, grounding. So it's both grounding and uplifted. It's one thing that's wonderful about mountains, and that's also what I was trying to guide you through with the posture, right? And yoga poses do that as well. And Sinisifo, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. It's a beautiful name. I could picture the mountain, but had a tough time being the mountain. Peaceful nonetheless. Mountains are still, remind me of stillness. Yeah, so I was thinking about that as I was guiding through the meditation, because mountains are very still, but I was talking about all the activity around it. And that might have been challenging for some people. So it might also be possible to do a mountain meditation where you focus only on the stillness, and then try it again where we talk about the activity around, because it might be hard to hold both of those concepts in mind at the same time. Beryl says that they did the mountain, it was so refreshing and it was a powerful meditation. Terrific. And Caitlin, I feel like there's a major truth to this, but not as easy to tap into as my last 2 guided meditations. Terrific. And may just require some more practice. Yeah, sometimes one will catch your attention and one won't. And also, visualization is definitely a tool that develops over time, and then visualizing yourself as something, which is used in Tibetan Buddhism a lot, and certain types of Buddhism, takes practice, absolutely. And then also, we always, with all meditations, we go in and out, right? Our minds do what our minds do, which is thoughts wander. So if your thoughts wander and then you come back, it's okay. It's what your mind does. Same thing like if a smell comes by, we can't stop ourselves from smelling. If, somebody's cooking something next door and you get a waft of whatever, here in the Northeast right now, it might be barbecue. That'd probably be what it was. But if a smell comes by, you smell it, right? So our noses smell, our minds think, our eyes see. And that's just what happens. So that's all okay. And Stefania found being the mountain, the concept challenging. Yeah, that's fine. So it may just be something to play with, have a little bit of little playfulness around the concepts. And Sheila found it very calming. Terrific. Well, thank you, all of you, for joining me. This was terrific. I want to share the poem before we get off. If you have a second, I just want to share this poem. And it is called Zazen on Chingting Mountain, written by Li Po or Li Bai. His name is said both ways, and he lives in about the 700s. So quite a long time ago. The birds have vanished down the sky. Now the last cloud drains away. We sit together, the mountain and me, until only the mountain remains. So thanks once again. I will see you guys next week.